Hey everybody, I'm Crow. Welcome back to the A Link to the Past Randomizer, Winter Festive Edition. I keep wanting to call it Christmas, but there's other holidays. All we did... No, why is it... You know, I ought to remap that. All we did was walk from right over here all the way up into there. Now we're in here. So that we can start in the forest of Christmas music. Now, I do believe there's only two places that we need to check here. The normal progression of the game... my god, why isn't that map? Normal progression of the game, I believe, would have you come over here first. Then you would come down here. And then you go up there. Once you're done there, you come back to the castle. And then you can go to the Dark World once you beat the Aghanim guy. But because we can get items that'll unlock the overworld early... There's a lot of checks we can do for random items. So there's two that we still need to check in here. I think we're okay on this bit for now until we get like boots or stuff and we can go to the Dark World. We should be okay over here because we don't have the magic powder. There is still a game we can play over here, like a little racing game thing. Time Trial Mabob, where we can get an item from there. And then there's some stuff to check over and along here. Because it's frozen, we might be able to check the hobo under the bridge. And there's probably some stuff up there. So because this part's okay, we're probably going to hit this and then just start heading down. Just figured I'd keep updating you guys on the thought process. I'm not going to be terribly... You can't even kill them. Even on Christmas, you guys are the worst. It's not where I want to go. I'm trapped. He's stealing all my bombs. Thief's overpowered. Please nerf. I just wanted to... Oh. I'm constantly reminded by new things to say. In the randomizer only... In the winter version of the randomizer only, they wrap up all the items that are just in plain sight. So you can't see what it is until you pick it up. Which... probably only bad for speedrunners. I like picking stuff up. I would have done it anyway. But for anything that wasn't in a chest, it gets wrapped up now, so you can't just see if it's garbage. That was not garbage. I like potions. Potions are great. Potions keep me alive. It's another thing that I need to remember. Because I'm always like, oh, I need fairies, but blue potions are way better than potions. Yeah, blue potions are way better than blue potions. They're way better than fairies. How do I get out of here? We escaped. Talking while doing basically anything is not efficient because then you get confused. I feel like only 25% of my consciousness actually gets into the video game, and only about 25% of it gets into talking, and then 50% just goes to sleep because I'm trying to do two things at once. But anywho, we can check up in here. Ordinarily, this is where you get the Book of Medora, because it's the library. But right now, it's a present, and I should have known that, so I can't see what it is, so there was no reason for us to come in here and try and check it, because there's no way I can know what that is until we get it. Which we need the boots for. My last run, pretty much everything was in Ganon's tower, and it made me sad. Like, everything. Both of the shields were in there. I was like, how are you going to give me the mirror shield right after the last room where it's useful? You have 15 seconds. Go, 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 go. It's just the same route every time. It's not like this time trial's really something you can fail. Your time was 0 minutes 9 seconds. Nice, you can have this trash. Ah, it actually was trash this time. Normally he's like, oh, look at this trash. Oh, you got the Titan mitts, or the blue mail, or the Master Sword. Which is another thing I think is funny. How the swords and the armor are done in this game, because they don't want you to find, like, the blue mail, or the red mail, and then find the blue mail and have it get downgraded, you know? So what they do, basically, is there's upgrade spots. There are locations that have an armor upgrade or a sword upgrade, and whenever you find that location, just upgrade your stuff. So you don't have to go, like, it'll always go in order. You don't have to do anything special. Vivi's awesome. I like Vivi. So yeah, we can totally walk on this. We just slip and slide like crazy. Ordinarily, we would need flippers because it's water. And you can't swim without flippers? I don't know. You can't in video games anyway, otherwise you just go in and drown. Maybe back in this day and age they didn't know how to teach people how to swim. Or they were all really, really skinny so they don't just naturally float. There we go. So every cave in this game actually has a name, because people need to know how to reference them when they're talking about them. Except for Cave 45, which in and of itself I think is actually pretty funny. So this is Mini Moldorm Cave, I'm pretty sure. We got the bug net so we can get fairies, that's awesome. We got a piece of a heart. We got the cape, the Master Sword, and bombs. Okay, so the Master Sword's gonna make it so that killing bosses is way easier. The Cape of Invisibility is basically like the cape from Harry Potter, except it's actually useful because it doesn't have a height restriction on it. And also, it makes you totally invincible. Like, completely invincible, nothing can hurt you while you have it on. It just drains your magic. That does actually let us go to a few different things, though. And because we have the Master Sword, Aghanim's actually a logic. I'm pretty sure, anyhow, because we have the lantern. I don't know if there's actually a dark room there. I don't remember. But if you have the Master Sword or the cape, you can go and fight Aghanim, who's supposed to be, like, mid-boss? Let's just call him a mid-boss. This connects around, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna go check the ice cave. Such Christmas. How y'all doing for Christmas? I only ask because this is specifically Christmas. It's like... It's 11 in the morning. Kinda slept in because I did lots of Christmas Eve stuff. Please no. I think this is just money. It was just money. But we need to get to 500 rupees, so I'll take it. That's always money, by the way. If we walked back in there, the 20 rupees would be back. In fact, why don't we just walk in there and get 20 more rupees? This is supposed to be the super secret hidden side. This is normally where the ice rod is. There's an ice rod and a fire rod, and you need them to fight the worst boss in the game. This time it was 10 arrows, which means this cave exists for no reason. Other than to be pretty. Crabs are the worst. They're like super powerful Kaioken, whatever, Megadeth gods. They just slide back and forth without reason, and they just slam into you, and they destroy Christmas. They even have Santa hats on. Nice. Whoa. Now them some ice physics. I feel like they actually exaggerated the ice physics for those. Granted, I could be wrong, but I walked around on the ice in this game quite a bit. So it's looking like snow boots aren't actually required. But they could be. Maybe you just can't dash on them or something. I'm sure that'll be relevant at some point. No, wait, because you can't normally dash on them. I have no idea. Zero ideas. Should I just go into that one? Where does this one take me? I don't think this is the one I need. Doesn't this take me up to the upper left? Yeah, this is the lake by the lumberjack. I don't need that. I always forget about these little teleporter things. They're supposed to be whirlpools that suck you down streams and stuff and throw you out in other places, but now they're just magical Christmas portals. Of the holidays and stuff. Normally you can't actually see this because there's a waterfall, but they had to make a cut through because you can't walk through solid ice. And normally the... What? Oh, he throws in the bottle automatically. This fairy can randomly fill your bottle with stuff. Money saved. Can I keep doing that? Nope, this thing's full and I can't drink it anyway. But if you come here and throw bottles in here, it might only be the first one, but you can get can get fairies, apparently. It's random, each game, and I think it stays with that once it gets it. So, I think we could have gotten, like, a bee. And it was just an infinite bee generator. That wouldn't be the worst, I guess. Okay, so there's gonna be Ice Zoras. And I can't see what that present is, so we're gonna need to get it. You know, this is actually making me run faster. I think this is, yeah, this is actually making me run faster. This is awesome. Christmas version way better than the regular one. Because God, are you ever slow without it? Zora, I have 500 rupees. Give me something amazing. You got the shield. I don't think the shield is worth 500. Mostly because you can just buy one from a store for 50. So we kind of paid 10 times more. But you know what? I'm just really happy it wasn't 10 arrows. Truly. Oh look! A single green rupee. There are literally bundles of 300 rupees and we found a single green one. What was the only other item up here? Was there another check for me to make? I don't think there's actually anything in the witch's hut unless you have a turn-in. So I believe that means that we're good up here because we got those 3 things. That should clear us out for here. There's nothing over here. We already cleared out this because we did escape. We don't have the boots, so we can't do the bonk rock. Can't go into the dark world, can't get the other stuff. I don't believe there was anything else up here other than the way into there. We should check the tree, though, because that'll tell us whether or not it's required to fight Aghanim 1. We already went down there and did that. I don't have the shovel, so I can't get that. We don't have dark world access, so I can't get to these. Don't have the hammer, so I can't check Hype Cave. Already got that stuff. Need the magic mirror to get on top of this island regardless. So we could check Hobo, and we could check the swamp. I'm pretty sure those are the only 2 places we can really check before we go up to the Tower of Hera. I mean, we could dip into the Eastern Palace a little bit, but we'll see. So I think the fastest way to do this would actually be to quit. Because if you save and quit out of the game, you start the game, it's like, where do you want to go? And I'm like, Crow's house. And I'm like, oh look, it's my house. Why is the tree orange now? Because it's nighttime? I can actually pick the tree up. Christmas is over. So from here we wanted to go to the Swamp Palace, I believe. Alright. So we already did Mini Moldorm. I'm normally a bit faster than this, but I want to talk through all of the places that we normally go to, because I kind of figured that's like a Darkest Dungeon thing. Like, even if my thought, wow, it's already drained? The swamp is already drained? Shrek wins? Even if my thought process is completely wrong, I still want you guys to know what that process is. This is already flooded, so there's no reason to go past that, I guess. There's the 20, and we got basically nothing from the other thing. Like, if I forgot what it was after we picked it up, it was obviously garbage. People were trying to sabotage me. They sent me Steam well wishes, so I had to stop and talk to them a little bit. And also to clear it, because it pulled my, like, bottom bar up, and it covered how long the recording was. Couldn't see nothing. So this is the hobo. Normally he's like, wow, you found me, here's a bottle. But today he's like, here's $5, get out of my face, I don't ever want to see you again. Hobo isn't a very nice hobo. Not today, at least. Alright, so I just saved and quit and started back up here. I'm gonna try not to do too many cuts, but if there's like large periods of like, wow, I have a lot of walking to do or something, I'll try and leave that out. Because it's a chill run, it's not actually a speed run, and like, in between episodes, I watch the footage to make sure that the audio's okay-ish. That also cuts into the actual finish time. You probably subtract like 30 minutes once the run's done or something. Maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. But from here, the Master Sword can't even kill a bird in one hit. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, I wouldn't be able to check what was on that ledge anyway. We're not actually capable of knowing if Aghanim 1 is required or not. Unless we beat Aghanim 1. I see, so you disperse peppermints everywhere. There's all kinds of other random stuff they could give. This is one of the dark sequences. That's why the lamp is technically in logic to go up to Death Mountain. Because they don't want you to have to remember this. Which I think is amazing. Like, these runs are so casual friendly. Like, when I started playing this, I was like, I played the original one, like, a decade or more ago. Probably more than a decade ago, considering how old it is. But I've never really done this randomizer stuff. And I don't know nothing about no glitches. And they were like, well, that's okay because there's no glitches mode, where you're not expected to know any glitches. And the randomizer was made by really cool people, and they don't expect you to do super crazy stuff. The old man had a piece of heart. Sometimes he has the Master Sword or something, and it's great. Oh, you found a Santa hat. That's nice. We could go to the Eastern Palace, and because we have the lamp, we would be able to check pretty much all of the dungeon. But unless we found the boat in that dungeon, we wouldn't be able to finish it, so I opted to come to the Tower of Hera first. Because I think we can completely finish this one, because you don't need an item to fight the final boss. I don't think you need one to get to him. Don't I need the mirror? How am I going to get back to the light world if I don't have the mirror? Oh, you know what? I have cape. And we have gloves. That means that Spike Cave is in logic. It also means I have almost no hearts. And oh no, I don't have the hammer. I don't have the hammer. We can't check Spike Cave. You know, I think Eastern Palace might have been the play. That's not good. I guess we're going to Eastern Palace. On the flip side, though, because we got the old man to the cave, if I save and quit out of the game, we can teleport to Death Mountain now. Because the game hasn't seen fit to give me the flute, it's actually quite nice. So I'm going to go and run over to Eastern Palace so that we can start the next episode doing dungeon stuff. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Later, everybody.